over a year ago, I bought these Meta Rayban smart glasses, and as you can see, I'm recording with them right now via this blinking light. And I gotta say, in terms of filming equipment, these are one of the best things I have ever bought. Now, I'm gonna tell you about using them for the past year, why I bought them, and some of the things that I discovered that I love about them that I didn't really expect. So when you first turn them on, there's a button right here, and you can either start recording by holding the button or take a picture by clicking the button. And when you first put the glasses on your head, they give you a little announcement and they tell you the battery life, and so you know how much battery you have. So the other thing I want to show you is what they come with is this case here. So don't have to show you in the reflection. This case is how you charge them, and it's where I keep them all the time because they do charge. So you got USB-C here, and you do not have that on the glasses. There's a little pairing reset button there if you need to do that, but I haven't needed that so far. You open it up and you can see in here the glasses go on here, and this is how they charge via these two little pins here. And I have never once had a problem with this. At first I was like, oh, what if they don't perfectly sit on there and they don't get a charge when I need it? Well, that's never happened in the 1 year. So I've been very happy with the case and with these glasses. So let me start off by telling you things that I don't like about them. There's really only 3 things that I don't enjoy. And let's go for a little walk while we do that. And you can see how they look while walking. You can listen to the built-in microphones and kind of judge on that. And we can just kind of talk about these glasses. So the first thing I don't like is what you're looking at right now, which is the portrait versus landscape orientation. Now, I do have an idea of why Meta chose to do it this way, but when you are walking around looking as a human, you're not looking like this. You're looking in landscape. Now, Meta chose to make it portrait because they want to kind of push people into using Instagram and Instagram stories and, posting the videos there, which, like TikTok is more of that kind of landscape orientation, or portrait, orientation. And it's kind of annoying, but you can do this and you can edit the video and you can just kind of crop in, and the quality doesn't suffer too much. It still looks pretty good when you crop in like this, depending on what you're doing. Now, you need pretty good lighting if you want to crop in, but even in darker lighting, we'll talk about later, the quality is good enough for what you're getting out of these. But for the about $330 price tag, I wish we had a choice of doing landscape or portrait, and much more would like to have the landscape option for what I use, but it is what it is. Number 2 thing that I don't like is the recording limit on videos. So again, I bought these primarily last year to take videos with, and the limit back then was 1 minute. So you could only record 1 minute at a time, and the glasses would automatically just stop recording no matter what. It's since been updated, and it's been updated to 3 minutes. And I do have to admit, 3 minutes of continuous recording on a device like this is actually a long time. And I would say 95% or even more of what I record, that's plenty of time. So it's not the end of the world, but again, these are my glasses. Why are you limiting me? Wow, this tree just fell. That was not like that before. So the storms we had last night, I guess, made that tree fall down right there, which is fine out here in the woods. So it's my device. Why are you limiting me to 3 minutes? It's very annoying. And part of that is for battery life, which we'll talk about later. But I wish I could have whatever recording limit I wanted, because sometimes a video like we're taking right now, I need 10 or 20 minutes of recording, not 3 minutes at a time. And then the last thing, dislike, which, I don't know if there's anything they could do about this with a software update, but when you first take the glass out of the case, so when they're in the case or when you have them folded sitting down, they're like asleep. They don't really turn off, like most things like your phone. But they're asleep. And when you first put them on your head, especially when they've been in the case for a long time, it takes a while for them to boot up. Now, I don't know exactly what a while is. It's less than a minute, but it's long enough that I have missed things. I've missed pictures and I've missed videos because I put these on my face and waited for them to boot up, when it would have been faster for me to just pull my phone out. And part of the main draw of this is like the convenience, right? And having them quickly and readily available. So that's a huge bummer when you go to put them on and you want to quickly take a video or a picture of something, and that moment has passed. There's our 3 minute limit, and that moment has passed because it takes so long for these things to boot up. But when they're on your face and they're awake, pictures, videos are pretty much instant. So we'll keep walking around and look around down here, see if we can see any frogs or something. So those are my only dislikes. Outside of that, I bought these last year when I got my Cybertruck because we were going on a road trip in the Cybertruck, and it's when the Cybertruck was brand new and most people had not seen it or didn't even know it existed. And look at that little worm thing swimming around there. That's pretty crazy. Gross. Most people did not know that Cybertruck existed, and I wanted to be able to capture their reactions without sticking a phone in their face or holding a phone up, which is distracting, and it changes the way people, you know, kind of talk and behave and stuff. Now, as you saw in the beginning, there is a recording light over here in the front that they can see, so you can't secretly record anybody. It will always be kind of notifying them that it's recording. You also cannot cover that up. If you try to cover that up, you actually get a warning, and it'll tell you like, oh, we can't do the video or something because your warning light was covered up. That light will also flash when you take a picture. So for that, it worked beautifully. And I did still sometimes tell people, you know, oh, I'm gonna record with my glasses really quick, you know, while you're checking it out, just so I can capture your reaction. And nobody really seemed to care. But usually what I did is I would start recording, and then I would hop out of the truck, and nobody was there. And if somebody came up, I was already recording, the blinking light was going off, and so that's how I captured some of the reactions. I can show you some of those so you can kind of hear the audio when it's capturing other people's voices along with yours. What do you think?
How well does it actually do off-road?
I haven't taken it yet.
It looks like you have.
Yeah, I know. I just had it a few days. We're going to do that when we get back home. We live in Michigan.
Michigan?
Yeah,
okay.
But I've seen some videos. It seems to do really well. Yeah, it gets...
I don't care for it, but it looks cool.
Yeah. That's valid. I don't know how the audio is going to sound exactly on this video because it's pretty windy today, and I'm walking around scrunching in the woods, but I found the audio is awesome. It's not the best audio you'll ever hear, but man, is it good. Especially, you got to think for the package, for the convenience that you're getting here. You get to use both hands. You get to just naturally interact with the people or the animals around you. So taking pictures and videos of like my kids has been so awesome with these things. I get to just play with them as I would normally, push them on the swing, check out the starfish in the little, you know, tank at the aquarium we're at or whatever. And this is just recording. I don't have to think about it. I don't really have to do anything besides start the recording, and then it just does its thing. So that has been awesome. Same with pets, animals, dogs. The video is mostly what I use. So again, the main focus for me has been pictures and video, and I have been so happy with it. I'm actually excited for whenever they do an update and come out with new glasses for, number one, hopefully they'll give us landscape. Number two, improve the quality a little bit. The quality is actually really good, especially in like this kind of good sunlighting. The quality is all good, but improvements are always welcome. And a little better battery life. So let's talk about battery life. That's very important, and the battery life is excellent. So if you're just wearing these all day and not doing much, it's gonna easily last you all day. You put them in the case, you know, when you're done for the day, and that's that. You're not gonna have to worry about it at all. If you are taking pictures and videos all day, so like when we were doing our road trip, I found that the battery was lasting me about 12 hours. Sorry, I forgot to catch my breath after climbing that hill, so you don't have to hear me huffing and puffing. So the battery's lasting about 12-hour days of us driving, you know, across the country. And that was with me taking tons of pictures and a bunch of videos. I was probably taking 2 to 4 videos an hour at that rate. And again, the videos were limited to a minute at that time. A lot of them, I did let them run the whole minute. Some of them I would record for, you know, 20 seconds of driving footage or something, and then I would stop it there. But the battery life is good. It's not always gonna last you a full day if you're taking videos all day. But yeah, around 12 hours is what I was getting when they were new. And now in my daily life, like not, you know, recording the whole day because I'm not on a road trip, I've never run out of battery. And a lot of times I found, you know, I'll pick them up and I haven't charged them for a while. I'll put them on, it's like battery 50%. And that's still enough to do what I need to do. The battery's pretty small, and so charging in the case is really quick. So you put them in the case for, I don't know, 30 minutes, whatever it is. I haven't paid too much attention. The point is the battery lasts and it charges really quickly when you put it in that case. I'm in a different spot, but I'm thinking about battery again. I wanted to stick this in the battery section. Because these things are so small, the battery is small, and these glasses themselves are not that big. In the cold, the battery does not last very long. So if it's like winter and you're trying to use these, it works. You could take pictures and videos, but they're gonna die really quickly. You're gonna have to warm them up, which again only takes a few minutes because they're so small. But you'll have to warm them up again to then use them again and kind of go back and forth. So I wanted to throw that out there. I tried to use them in the winter for some things, and I actually did. I have some TikToks that I took outside in the winter, but the battery is gonna get drained really quickly because cold is just bad for batteries, and because these don't have a lot of mass to keep themselves, you know, to hold the heat in, and because the battery is so small, that effect of cold messing with the battery is really dramatized. Now let's talk about some of the unexpected benefits I got from these, because again, I bought them to record videos. That was like the main thing. Number one, pictures. I didn't think I was gonna wanna even take pictures with these, but the pictures are awesome. And I guess we should talk about the app too, because the app will automatically correct some stuff. So like how I have my hat right here, you can see we're blinking because I'm recording. How I have my hat right here, the camera will pick this up a little bit, but a lot of times the app will automatically edit that out for you. Or of course you can do it in post on your phone. But the app auto editing is really good. You can undo those auto edits or turn them off, but I found they're really, really good on the pictures. So I leave that. The other thing, phone calls, holy moly, dude. Taking a phone call on these is awesome. So they connect via Bluetooth, and it's just like any other Bluetooth, anything you have. Callers on the other end have not noticed anything. I talked to my wife on it one time and she said it sounded fine. Like she didn't really notice a difference. Talking with all kinds of different, like reps or whatever, they never had trouble hearing me. And the sound coming out of the speakers, these speakers fire like kind of into your ear. So the speakers are back here and they're kind of pointed at your ear. The speakers are awesome. And so hearing phone calls, talking on phone calls, I mean, it's crazy how well it works. I actually can't believe it. So to add to that, because the speakers are so good, listening to music is actually really good. Now, people around you can hear it a little bit, especially if you turn it up really loud. And if you're in a louder environment, it's not quite loud enough to compensate for that. But like right now, walking in the woods, if I wanted to like be aware of my surroundings and listen to music and not put like earbuds in and block off everything, these are excellent because of course you can still hear everything around you. But the sound quality is loud enough and the quality is high enough that it's still nice to listen to music out of these. Now I will point out, I'm not an audiophile. I don't know anything about audio. I don't care. So, if you're super picky, maybe they wouldn't be good enough for you. But for me, and again, I never even thought about wanting to listen to music on these. I didn't even think of it as a possibility. But once I kind of did it, I was like, wow, these are actually really nice for listening to music. I don't know why I started recording on here, but I can switch the audio back and forth and you can kind of hear the audio on the phone. We'll do that for a few seconds here compared to the audio on the glasses, so you can kind of get a feel for that. Again, it's pretty windy, so I don't know exactly how it's going to sound, but I'm pretty confident that the audio from this will be good enough with no modifications that I'm not going to edit the audio at all and just post it as is, and you'll have a good listening experience. So here we're looking at the MetaView app and we're at 52%. I guess I should have looked when we started. I don't know what we started at. I just picked them up, started recording. It did say it in my ear, yes, but I wasn't really paying attention. So this is the app, and I hate to say it, but they just updated it. I didn't even realize. So when I opened it, this is a totally new interface that I'm used to, but whatever, that's fine. You can see here we have 7 items to import. So those will automatically import. You do have to have Wi-Fi on for them to move over to your phone. It'll happen automatically, or you can do it manually if you want, and that will bring everything over. Now, one thing I love about the way this is organized is it goes, again, this is on Android. I haven't used these with iPhone, but the way this is organized, all of these pictures and videos you take will just go into your camera roll in the right order as if you took them with your phone. So as I've had a day of pictures and videos and I'm looking back through those, some I took with the glasses, some I took with my phone, they're all just there. It doesn't even, put them in a separate area. They're not hard to find. I wouldn't even know I took them with my glasses if I didn't know, you know what I mean? They're just in the camera roll. So we can look at a couple of these. Of course, I'm gonna put them on the screen too, so you can kind of see the examples. But here's one of me sitting in my truck and you can see my hat right there. So a lot of times the app will automatically edit that out for you, but of course you can just do it yourself. Here is walking on the pier. We were in Florida, and so it's so nice to just boop, grab the glasses and click that button while you're walking, rather than pull your phone out of your pocket, open the camera app, click the picture, put your phone back in your pocket. It kind of takes you out of the moment, right? These glasses, they're just there all the time when you're wearing them. So all you do is click and it's done. You don't think about it. You don't have to check the picture. It's good enough. This doesn't have to be a super impressive picture, and you have it. So going over here is some history on the AI stuff. I don't use this pretty much at all. So you can talk to it. I actually leave it disabled because it makes the battery life better, but you can say hey Meta, and then ask it questions. It can take a picture of kind of what you're staring at the time, and then it can give you information about it. So I tried some different things like tell me where I'm at, and it just says it's a small town. I thought it might be able to look at a building and tell me what city I was in or something. It was a very small city, but I tried some random questions. Tell me what time it is based on, where the sun is. And it's just, I don't know. I don't find it that useful. There's friggin' AI everywhere. If I really need AI, I have Gemini built into my phone. It's not something I use or find very useful. Overall, the app is pretty nice, but you don't really need to use it. I can use the glasses, say for 2 weeks, and maybe use the app once. Everything will auto import. If I need the stuff to import like right away, I'll hop in the app, I'll click import, and that's pretty much all I do with the app, unless we get an update to the glasses. Then I'll come in here and read the release notes and see what's changed. Now, another thing to touch on is inside the glasses right here. I'll try to get a picture for you, but so that I can see it, there's a little indicator light to show me that the glasses are recording. Now, when I bought these glasses, they were really hard to get, and I got the big, there's like a normal size and a large size. I did not want the large. They look a little weird to me, but again, I bought them mostly for the pictures and the video, and I loved them so much, I use them as my normal glasses all the time, so they're at the ready. But I can't really see that light very well because I bought the bigger ones. And there's also like transition lenses. You can put your subscription glasses in there, you know, if you have them. But took a picture. There's a bunch of options. I didn't have options when I bought these because they were like impossible to get. So I'll link them down below, the best price on Amazon. You can also order directly from Meta. I have done that with certain items like my Quest 3 and stuff. And returning to Meta is a huge pain if you need to. So I don't recommend it, but you can get them there, or Amazon, or I think Best Buy carries them as well. So I'll link them down below if you want to see the best price and you're interested. If you have any questions, leave those down below. You will see me in the next video.